Man, my nigga done pretty much smoked this whole blunt by himself. I might as well just get that up off you. Let me get a couple hits, man. You tripping, Brody. I mean, damn. Shout out to Megatron. I love this nigga. I love him, bro. That's my guy. Let's get to it. Is it my car? Is it my clothes that make these hoes won't fuck for show? Is it my style and the way I roll that make these haters won't hate some more? OZ the Wizard, man. Let's get it. We finna talk about this pimping. We got to talk about this pimping, man. You know, there's no business more important than your business. No business more important than your business. No business is more important than your business. And we are talking about business, nigga. The economy is everywhere and everything. It's the new God. But straight up. You know what I'm saying? You have to really get into the idea of business. So that's why I bought this book, Kinds of Power, by James Hillman. Kinds of Power, A Guide to Its Intelligent Uses, by James Hillman. Business is business, my nigga. But business is business, man, straight up. And everything you do, 95% of what you do from the moment you open your eyes and start moving on the daily is business. It's economy and commerce, nigga. Business. This is why I say life is pimping. Every fucking thing you do, it's business. It's accounting from the moment you wake up, my guy. From the moment you start moving, ma'am, it is business. You go about your business. This is why niggas say mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your pimping, nigga. Mind your pimping. Get back up on your pimping, bro. Get up on your pimping. So, Kinds of Pimping. Kinds of Power by James Hillman. We're going to get into it, man. Let's talk about it. We're going to read a lot from this book. So, off the dribble, fair use, all that old good shit. Because we reading from the book directly. And we're going to take a lot of shit out of this book and try to put it into context for you niggas. I highlight a whole lot. And I don't really discriminate when I highlight. I ain't got like 3-4 colors. And I'm like, okay, this color means this. This color means that. Nigga, I just read the book and highlight, nigga. That's what I do. Hold on. Let me take this shot. Because one of my slogans, you know what I mean? In the words of a legend, if I take one more drink, I'm gonna end up fucking you. If that's what you want to do, shout it. Damn right, this is what we want, nigga. Let's get it. Stop taking shot after shot. Oh, we knocking off the bottle. Good deal. I've been sitting here drinking, so it is what it is. Good deal. All right, let's get into it, man. I'm just happy to be here, as y'all know. Happy to do this. I'm glad I'm fucking with you. Thank you for sharing, subscribing, whatever the fuck you do. OZ the Wizard, I don't give a fuck what you do. Do what you do. But let's get back into this pimping. So, opening the book. The first chapter starts with opening the book. I feel like more fucking books should have a chapter. Instead of introduction, nigga, start with opening the book. Because opening the book, and even a lot of conversations, man, this is where a lot of us go wrong. This is why I keep mentioning a rule book for arguments. I feel like everybody should get that. You have got to get that book, a rule book for arguments, nigga. Know how to talk, know how to argue, know how to prove your point in an effective way. Language is powerful. It's fucking powerful, bro. Not just knowing the words, but knowing how to put the fucking words together to mean what the fuck, to express the thoughts in your fucking head. When you know how to put words together, it not only helps your argument, it helps you in your own fucking space. Well, like I said, argument, bro. Whatever subject, whatever thing you're arguing, it also helps you argue against you. It helps you formulate your own ideologies in your own mind. It helps you get your own shit together. You feel me? So, all right. Anyways, opening the book. Off the dribble. You should know. This book addresses the psychology of business. As a writer on psychology, I am turning to business for my audience because this is where I believe the most daring and challenged minds are at work, and where issues of power, give a nigga power, are at most central. You feel me? Where issues of power are most central. The psychology of business does not belong only to businessmen and businesswomen, to those literally engaged in industry, commerce, and economics. For all of us, business provides the main reason to get up in the morning. I just said all this shit. You feel me? That's why I said all that shit. I didn't know it was right here on opening the book, but boom, there you go. Real niggas do real things, man. What we live in daily life are the basic ideas of business: earning, spending, saving, producing, appraising, owning, selling. We might like to believe love determines our destiny, or that the deep dreams and passions of the soul or the advances of technological sciences are the truly formative factors that direct our lives. In actual living, however, only the ideas of business are always with us, from driveway to desk, from dawn to dusk. Among the ideas of business, power rules the roost. Pimping rules everything. Power stands behind our fear of loss and desire for control. Power. And as you can tell, that's straight out the book, man. I try to read as fast as I can because we got a lot of shit in this book that we need to talk about. And we're going to go back and talk about it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to read as fast as I can because I want you niggas to actually go buy the fucking book so you can read at your own fucking speed, at your own time, at your own pace, whatever the fuck, man. But you got to get this fucking book, man. This shit is hard. Power, a.k.a. pimping, rules everything. Among the ideas. And that's the hardest thing, man. What I really love about this book, and I'm sure at some point we'll end up reading about it, but what I really, really love about this book is how it immediately, again, psychology, the way you make your motherfucking mind up, you psycho-ass niggas. We're all psychos. Nigga, we all have a mind. Nigga, we're all psychos. You're all psychotic. Every last one of you niggas is a motherfucking psycho in my book. Is it human? Does it talk and speak a language? It's a fucking psycho. It's dangerous. Be aware, nigga. Life is pimping, and every one of you motherfuckers are pimping. And I ain't no hoe. I don't know who's hoeing out here. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't lie. I am a hoe. I do hoe shit from time to time. We all do. That's what the problem is, nigga. That's what the problem is, man. You pimping and hoeing at the same time. But let's get back to this pimping. Let's get to this pimping, man. You know, I'm quick to wild out, bro. If I take one more drink, I'm gonna end up fucking you. If that's what you want to do, don't give a fuck if that's what you want to do, nigga. It's what the fuck's getting ready to happen. So, back to the book, right? To get the full nature of power, we need to look into and see through its many styles so as to know the unique and specific ways these ideas of power operate in our daily psychology. Although ideas about power provide the overt content of the following pages, the power of ideas is the latent content of the book as a whole. The power of ideas. This is why all you niggas are fucking mental. You psychos, nigga. We're all goddamn it psychos. Because every one of you motherfuckers wants to be an individual. You are not like the very next nigga next to you or the very next nigga you see. Period. There are no two niggas alike. And even the two niggas that look exactly alike do a lot of shit, whether they want to admit it or not, to make sure they are not alike. And even if they do a lot of shit, twins do a lot of shit exactly alike, they are not the fuck alike. In their head, in their mind, they know the difference between them, nigga. And again, this is life, bruh. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no two niggas the same. So ain't no business more important than your business. And your business is the business of pimping, nigga. Because you are trying to influence every fucking thing around you, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you just making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, bitch. You influencing that bread to take this peanut butter pimping motherfucker. I'm retarded, man. Let's get back to the book, man. I'm having too much fucking fun, but it's good to be back, man. I ain't did a video in a couple weeks, man. life has been lifing the holy shit out of me, you know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to, anywho, let's get to it. Y'all know how it is, man. Life is life, my nigga. Life is life for all of us. And that's why a book like this, and man, look, I am about 3/4, I would say 4/5 of this book has been highlighted and read by your boy. But it's so fucking powerful, man. And, books like this, as you are getting ready to see certain information, I mean, it really does change your life. Like reading. You see what I'm saying? There's no amount of effort that you can do that will allow you to unlearn how to read. What the fuck is that? How can you not? Once you learn how to read, nigga, no matter what, you got to force yourself. But no matter what, you can read that shit. Certain information changes your life. Certain training changes your life forever and always. You have been altered going forward. Like learning a new language. Even if it's not your first language, going forward, I will forever know what frio and caliente mean. You know what I'm saying? On my job, we got a French dude. Some African cats. But I noticed that a lot of African cats, it's like their second language is French. And then it'll be English. But their second language be like French. I heard these niggas talking a lot of French. And I'm telling you, it fucks niggas up. I went on Spotify and was like, let me learn a couple French languages. But it fucks niggas up when you don't really know how to speak the language, but you know a couple phrases and you can say that shit in awesome accent, you know what I'm saying, with an amazing accent. But I walked up on bro and one of the things we say is open the gates. At the job, we'd be like, open the gates, right? So I learned how to say that shit in French. I was like, ouvrez les portes. I guess on the radio, ouvrez les portes, ouvrez les portes. That's OZ. This nigga got back and said some whatever the fuck in French, and I was like, nigga, I do not know. But it fucks him up. So now that we got a bunch of Cubans that work at the spot, right? Open the gates in French, ouvrez les portes, ouvrez les portes. That's in French, right? Open the gates in Spanish, abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Different accent, different language, but I'm like, abre la puerta. I say that shit to the Cubans, nigga. This is pimping. But I say this to the Cubans, they looking at me like, oh shit. Like the nigga said it so well and knew what the fuck. Does he know shit? Don't matter if I just Google translated some shit. The fact that I did that or fuck him up. Well, now, what is you going to say? Because, knowing a different language, I'm sorry. This is what wasn't mentioned. But you know how these niggas, a lot of these niggas, they know a different language, such as French, such as Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So when they want to hide some shit or do some covert shit or want to say some shit that they don't want you to know, they know you don't understand language. They can say it right in front of your face in a different language. So if I can understand open the gates, ouvrez les portes in French, maybe I can understand something else. Ici bon, ici magnifique. You know what I'm saying? Je m'appelle. Comment ça va? You know what I mean? I don't hit that nigga with, what I say, comment ça va? I know that's an informal way of saying, what's up, man? How you doing today? What's good? Comment ça va? You know what I'm saying? But this just little shit in French. I start saying more and more little shit in French. They wonder, how much French does this nigga actually know? Can I just say whatever I want to say in front of this nigga? I might not catch everything. This nigga might not catch everything, but some things this nigga might catch. Yeah, nigga, watch your mouth in front of OZ, bitch. All right, man, let's get back to the book. But you get my point, though. I'm just saying, man, ideas. Back to this book. As the day I was trying to get you niggas to, I really wanted to hone in on, and we just having fun anyway, nigga, but I really wanted to hone in on that, man. Ideas. A lot of niggas just do not go deep enough with ideas. But life is pimping, and we finna show you how. Kinds of power. So, to get to the full nature of power, we need to look into and see through its many styles, so as to know the unique and specific ways these ideas of power operate in our daily psychology. For as you and I muse and mull, as we are both all the while engaged, not with a thing or a fact called power, but with ideas. So, what all of that means is ideas. The ideas, the thoughts, the ideas that you come up with in your head. Power is not a fact or one single thing. What fucks me up is how it mentions you can't go into the dictionary. Whenever you go into the dictionary, and it gives you more than one definition for the same fucking word, you know you dealing with some pimping. This some bullshit. So you mean this one thing don't mean one thing? This one word don't mean one thing? There are many different things that this one word could mean. So this is why a rule book of arguments. One of the things, one of the points, and one of the rules, I guess I should say, one of the rules is that you have to use the same language. We have to come to a common understanding of the words that we are using. So back to why I did the fucking video about love, the science of love. What you think love is and what I think love is. What you think this pimping is and what I think this pimping is two different things. What your idea of power is and what my idea of power is 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 20 different fucking things. In this book, Kinds of Power by James Hillman, in this book, this nigga touches 20 different kinds of power. So for instance, we're going to get to it, but one of the kinds of power is the power to resist. The power to say no, nigga. The power to resist. So niggas can be very strong. The force can be with you, my nigga. The force is strong in you to resist, but that don't make you a kind of leader, nigga. That makes you like a revolutionary nigga. If you have the power to resist and you have leadership qualities, because that's a power in and of itself. Leadership is a power. It's a kind of power. It's a kind. Leadership is not authority. You see what I'm saying? Authority is not leadership. Niggas can be the authorities but fucking suck as leaders. You can have the authority but fucking suck as the leader, nigga. Period, bruh. So again, I'm just saying, this is why a book like this kinds of pimping is invaluable. It is fucking priceless to niggas like me and you and anybody that watches this fucking channel and came across this fucking video. Thank you for staying this long. Like, share, subscribe, but don't do none of that shit. Keep running the hat and I don't give a fuck what you do. OZ the Wizard, man. This shit is priceless, Brody. Priceless. 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 Let me hit this black one time for the one time, man. Brief pause. I'm just gonna hit my black. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Get this fucking book. I bought it used on goddamn it Amazon. I don't give a fuck. Let me get the information. If you one of them niggas, I do think about this type of shit. When I get used books, somebody else's. There are some niggas that are just so new aged, it's goddamn pathetic. They just so deep into the shit, it's fucking pathetic. I don't give a fuck. It's a used book. Just as much as this book could have been handled by somebody with negative energy, and I don't want somebody else's energy on my book. I want a brand new book. Bitch, I want cheap. I'm just keeping it a buck, nigga. Keeping it $100. I want it cheap, nigga. Give me a $5 book. Why the fuck would I give a shit about somebody else touching it? Now, I don't want books that have been highlighted. I get used like new. So I'm just saying, man, I tend to go deep on a bunch of shit. But again, ideas, that is the point. A lot of niggas do not go deep enough with the ideas, the thoughts that they think, and the why behind the what. Even the how. A lot of niggas just don't go deep. But anyways, I'm just saying, man, get this fucking book. It's goddamn priceless. I got it off Amazon. Get it used like new or buy it new if you want to. Just fucking get it. Try not to be hung up on all that little extra shit, man. Get the goddamn book. It's the shit. So, back to the book. Ideas, man. Ideas of business, such as goods, exchange, cost, market, demand, profit, property, may have been extracted originally from the simplest arrangements of barter and trade. Now these ideas, the mind, nigga, psychology. These ideas have taken root as independent entities and have grown into an immensely complicated organism called the economy that braces the entire world. Business, as defined by the ideas of Western capitalism, has become the fundamental force in human society, and the manner of any monotheism promulgates a fundamentalist faith in its basic tenets. So that whole, the last part of that sentence, any manner of monotheism promulgates a fundamentalist faith in its basic tenets. See, that's what I be talking about, bro. language. A lot of these goddamn books be set up to kill niggas, man. Why the fuck we gotta use these big ass fucking words that's meant to? Now I'm gonna have to fucking Google, but you got a goddamn phone, so you can just Google what the fuck promulgate means. What the fuck? Why the fuck we gotta use these? But anyways, I mean, you know, that's to say a lot in a short sentence. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm just saying, what the fuck that means is, in the manner of any monotheism, like a god, economy has become a god, promulgates a fundamentalist faith, a faith in the economy, nigga. Buy and sell, trade, market, demand, cost and exchange, barter and trade. You see what I'm saying? That's the economy. It has become a god, a fundamentalist faith in its basic tenets. You niggas have faith in this pimping. There is faith in this pimping. Business has defeated everything. Pimping has defeated everything. Everything in its path. This is in the book, bitch ass niggas. And all them hoe ass niggas that want to argue with you, tell them it's in the book. Read the goddamn book. But this is business. And again, you can break it down however you want to break it down to whoever needs to understand it. Life is pimping. Business is everything you do, nigga. You wake up and brush your motherfucking teeth. Guess what? Every time, every little bit of toothpaste you use, the toothpaste is going away. So if you brush your teeth 2 times a day, I'm just saying, you know about how much time it's going to take, or how many days, how long that tube of toothpaste is going to last, nigga. You washing your ass. You buying soap from some fucking where. When the soap runs out, you got to buy some more, nigga. Everything you do is fucking pimping. Every goddamn move you make is business. In a third world society, some niggas live off the land and whatever else, but still, that's your business when it comes down to the idea of business. The idea. That's why life is pimping and it rules everything. It's the idea. What's going on in everybody's mind, nigga. Like I said in the video, or like I like to talk about, man, to have or to be. In that book by Eric Fromm, to have or to be. To have or to be, nigga. How can you have anything? Do you feel like you are forced to work? I questioned you that now. I present that motherfucking question to you now, my nigga. Like, share, comment if you feel that. Or do you feel like you are forced to work? You are being forced to work. I'm not saying have a job, but work, hustle, whatever the fuck you got to do, you got to work. You can't go out here and pluck an apple off a nigga tree without trespassing on somebody else's shit, and you technically could get fucked up for that. Where the fuck you gonna find an apple tree or a pear tree? What the fuck? You can't go get a motherfucking cow and go get you a steak today, nigga. Period. Nigga, is you growing potatoes? And guess what? You gotta go buy the motherfucking seeds. You gotta have some land. Niggas got to pay property taxes and shit. Nigga, life is pimping. Life is pimping. More money, more problems, more pimping. Get it? I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. Guess what? Because this is where it happens, nigga. This is where it happens, nigga. OZ the Wizard. This is where it happens. If you ain't subscribed and you motherfucking 20 minutes, 20, 30, 24, 25 minutes in, nigga, subscribe, nigga. Fuck with me. Anyways. Ideas of business, nigga. That's what it means. Business, pimping, has defeated everything in its path. Every fucking thing. The economy differs from other world empires, depending neither on Roman legions nor British battleships, because the British, what they was known for was the motherfucking Navy. That's why it says the battleships. What the British had was a lot of fucking ships, nigga. Their Navy was top tier. But anyways, the economy differs from other world empires, depending neither on Roman legions nor British battleships, secret police, or stockpiles of nuclear weapons. Its power, like the power of religions, has become interiorized. It rules by psychological means. It's got control of everybody's motherfucking mind, nigga. Life is pimping. Anyways, let's keep reading. Because this internalization of its ideas is so unquestionably and universally accepted, it is the economy where the contemporary unconscious resides and where psychological analysis is most needed, nigga. It is the economy where the contemporary unconscious resides and where psychological analysis is most needed, nigga. So if you're trying to tap into your subconscious mind, if you're trying to tap into your unconscious mind, nigga, in order to bring them two together to create the superconscious mind, nigga, then you have to come back to this pimping, nigga. This pimping, nigga. This PIMPING, nigga. You have to. You have to start to pay more attention, go deeper into the business, nigga, into business. And if you marketing yourself, you putting in applications for yourself, you are arguing for yourself, then you should know thyself. To thine own self be true. To thine own pimping be true, nigga. This is what it is. This is what it is. And again, we just doing the opening of the book. These are the first two chapters, opening of the book and the introduction. If we can get to it, we ain't gonna go too long. I want to get to one of my cousins, and because this nigga wanted to do the video with me, and we may even go through some more of the shit because I want to do another. I'm gonna have to do another video about this shit. We'll get into some more, but the nigga wanted to do a video with me, man. So it's 2024. We switching up shit. We've been at this for a couple years, man. It's pretty dope. It's pretty goddamn dope. I am fucking excited about my 1.2K motherfucking subscribers, nigga. My shit is dope. I'm gonna be equally as hyped if I ever reach 100, but my shit is dope with 1,000. I'm fucking cool with that. But my cousin wanted to get on with me. I'm just saying, man, he wanted to talk some shit with me because these shit, even to the average nigga, man, to the average person, man, this shit, just to be woken up to have to bring it to the forefront because you know it. You've already known it. I ain't telling you nothing you didn't know, nigga. You buy your own socks and drawers, nigga. You gotta buy everything, every and anything. You have to pay for the roof over your head first and foremost, then utilities and shit. You know, we grown as fuck. You know, you know what? I'm sorry. I rescind that statement. We're grown as fuck because I'm the nigga that says this, and y'all might want to say this a lot and take this to the bank. Philosophies, nigga. Philosopher OZ, nigga. A grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman don't mean shit to me. They mean feces. Don't mean defecating. Doesn't mean regurgitation. It don't mean shit to me. According to the law. In other places, it's other laws. But according to the law, nigga, you are grown at 18. You can't stop that shit. So nobody gives a fuck about that shit. So what? You grown, nigga. You been grown since you was 18. So what? A grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman, that don't mean shit. You cannot stop yourself from growing. No matter what, you gonna grow old and die, whether you know shit or don't know shit. You can be an autistic nigga. An autistic nigga is a grown-ass man and woman. What the fuck? Illegally, mentally retarded, or whatever fucking word we need to use there, but the actual, factual, mentally handicapped person is grown as fuck, just like you. Once they pass 18 or once they reach 18, so who gives a fuck how grown you are? That means absolutely nothing. So here's the philosophy. A grown-ass man means absolutely nothing to me. A mature adult is worthy. And that's where it stops. A grown-ass man means nothing. A grown-ass man or woman means absolutely nothing. A mature adult is worthy. Worthy of whatever. Respect, love, entitlement. Not entitlement, but we're worthy. Yeah, if you feel entitled, maturity. I'm just saying, man. I don't know where the fuck entitlement came from. Maybe it's supposed to be there. Who knows? No accidents, right? But fuck it. You feel me? A mature adult. A grown-ass man don't mean shit to me, dog. Who cares? A mature adult. Because in maturity, we talk about this pimping. We discuss this pimping. Whether it's politics, pimping on a governmental level, we talking about this shit. Power. Power struggles, power moves. What the fuck you think your ego is engaged in? Power, subordination, gaining control over niggas. That's what the ego does, exerting itself. One of the kinds of, let's talk about this pimping. Fuck it. Let's talk about this pimping. We 30 minutes in. We can go back to, okay, so Table of contents, right? Opening the book, then introduction. So once we get down to styles of power, kinds of pimping, we first have the language. First, we got to understand the language, right? How power actually exerts itself. But here are the, let's say, 20 different kinds in a nutshell of power. Different kinds of power. You have control, office, prestige, exhibitionism, ambition, reputation, influence, resistance, leadership, concentration, authority, persuasion, charisma, rising power, decisive decision, decisive power, fearsomeness, motherfuckers fear you, tyranny, veto, the power to veto, purism, subtle power. All of these is 20 different kinds of power that is briefly discussed, though deeply discussed, in this book. Some of these kinds of power take up a page and a half. Some of them take up 2, 3, 4 pages. It just depends on what the fuck we talking about and how deep or how broad or how ingrained the idea of power is in everyday life, everyday society. Like I had talked about reputation. One of the reasons why my cousin, me and this nigga finna, you know what I'm saying, if I can, I'm gonna get this nigga on and we're gonna talk about this kind of pimping, was reputation, because he mentioned it. He was like, well, you know, reputation, da 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 da, the conversation that we was having, private conversation we was having. He mentioned reputation, and I'm like, I had the book on me. I came over to smoke and drink with my nigga. And, you know, I carried the book with me. So as we drinking this shit, I'm telling him about the book or whatever, and he mentioned reputation. I'm like, nigga, it's one of them. It's in here, damn. Reputation is here, nigga. It's right here, bro. It's in the book. Let me tell you, and then read to you, so you know I ain't fucking with you. I ain't bullshitting you, bro. Like, I read the book, and I can tell you exactly what's in the book. Again, to thine own self be true. As I said that shit, nigga, that shit was in reputation. I remembered it because I just recently read it. So that's why it was closer to the forefront of my mind. This true self, I'm going to flip forward to reputation. I actually just did. So this true self is how we today speak of the angel. By locating this true self, this angel, this pimping inside our private person, inside even our skin, we regard our external image and its reputation as merely a mask, or what the psychology calls a persona. A persona, says psychology, is definitely not the true self. That mask is only a mode of adapting to the institutions of society, only a role and not the true inner me. Like I said in Mind Control 101. In Mind Control 101, it discusses in behavioral modification, behavioral conditioning, behavior, how you behave, how you move and act. Behavioral modification, behavioral conditioning. One of the first things it says is the first people to put us through a series of mind control procedures, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, are our parents, nigga. First and foremost, they tell you what the fuck your name is. They give you a name. But this is pimping. And your parents start pimping you immediately. From the womb, nigga. From the womb. I used to say to myself, man, anybody and everybody that comes into my daughter's life is because of me. Period. She wouldn't be in that position. She wouldn't, if it wasn't my car, my family, my drive, whatever. They can't get nowhere. How the fuck a baby gonna move? Baby can't crawl, none of that shit. So anything and everything that happens to this baby is because of me, nigga. I knew that my first fucking kid, 18, 19 years old, because it was immediately, nigga. I mean, I'm 18. Next month turn 19 and I got a fucking baby. You can't go everywhere I go. I can't take this baby to these places, nigga. And my parents were definitely on that tough love shit, brody, where it was like, hey nigga, if you go to jail or have a baby, don't fucking call me. I told you what was up. I raised you better than that. I raised you to know the difference between wrong or right. I did my job, and nothing is going to take that away from me, not even you yourself. If you choose to do otherwise than what the fuck I have taught and trained you to do, that is of your own free will, and when you do, nigga, don't fucking call me. Don't ask me for no motherfucking help. You supposed to be a man. Man, me and my baby mama just had this conversation. She was like, how are they supposed to know at 18? How are they supposed to... Blah, 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 blah. I said, they supposed to know how to live life at 18. They supposed to know how to get an apartment and hold down a job. They supposed to know all that shit because we're supposed to do our job. You supposed to be grown as fuck at 18. Not 20, not 30, not 40, not 50, and now you a grown ass. But no, nigga, you was supposed to be grown as fuck at 18. You should have been a grown ass man long time ago. A long time ago. You can't son me, a little kid me. I haven't been a kid I've been adulting for so goddamn long. There's not a thing on this planet that would make me feel like a kid. I've been feeling like an adult since I was 18, bitch. That was 20 fucking years ago. So, I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That's why I say, but there are a lot of grown-ass boys and girls because they never matured into an adult. It takes a certain amount of maturity. You have to learn and live and experience shit. Some people just haven't experienced it. And there was no one to tell them, no one that they would listen to and live vicariously through. You know what I'm saying? No one that they would believe. Oh, man, you say jumping out of a 2-story building will break your legs if you land on your feet. Even if you land on your feet, you will break your fucking legs if you jump out of a 2-story building. Nigga, that will fuck you up. Even if you jump out of a 1-story building and try to land on your feet, you will break your goddamn ankles and your shin bones or some shit, nigga. Something's gonna happen if you don't tuck and roll. This is why everybody rolls when you see them jumping out of shit. They try to land and roll with the inertia and the momentum, nigga. They don't just try to land on their motherfucking feet. This is why the gymnastics and shit, they get rated and whatever the fuck else when they just land solidly on their feet, solid. Don't rock and move, none of that. Boom. 10 points, nigga. Russian judge. I'm just saying, man. You know, I'm going off on a lot of random ass tangents. So let's get back to the book. The persona, the mask, nigga. It ain't the real you. And you know that shit. Your parents tell you do this and do that, nigga. You doing this shit. You going along to get along, nigga. This is where the hoe in you comes out. I know you a hoe. How I know you a hoe? Because you applied for this job, bitch. You applied to be a hoe, nigga. You work here, hoe. So shut up and keep doing hoe shit and collect that check on the weekend. Nigga, life is pimping. Shut the fuck up. I hate that shit. I mean, sometimes I just can't stand that shit. You came here to be a hoe. So don't act like you ain't on some hoe shit. Nigga, put your game face on. Put your hoe face on. Before you walk through the door, make sure you hoe ready. Before you clock in to get this check, make sure you hoe ready. See, I'm one of the bosses, nigga. OZ the boss, nigga. I'm a leader. I got a lead role, you know what I'm saying? I stepped down from certain positions, but I'm back in a position of authority, though I'm not the top dog. I still have authority. But still, even if I wasn't, my philosophies reign supreme. I came here to get a check, and I get paid by the hour. So every minute, every second, every minute, every hour I'm in the building, I'm getting paid. I don't give a fuck what I do. I came here to get a check. I said, okay, I'm putting my energy up. See, that's what money is. Money is human energy. It is energy in physical form, in 3D, nigga. In 3D, money. You, that's your money. That is your energy, your time. You can't get that shit back. That is your time, your power. Another thing it mentions in this book, we probably get to it. We might not because we already damn near 40 minutes in. But power is synonymous with energy. Power and energy are damn near the same. A lot of times when niggas say power, you thinking of energy. This is why I say again, when shit's got multiple definitions, you know you dealing with some pimping. It could mean this, it could mean that. So what the fuck do you mean when you say power? Like electricity. Are you powered up? Nigga, is that power? Electricity, hydraulics, is that power? Pneumatics, is that power? That the power you talking about? To charge something up? Or power? Like do this because I fucking said do it, nigga. Authority, that type of power. You know what I'm saying? Power. Seductive power. Damn, she's sexy. Get the dick hard. Damn. You like the way this shit sound. That nigga got that type of voice, man. Make a bitch wet. Hey, that's what it is, nigga. Hey, what's good, shorty? Power. All of this shit is power. You know what I'm saying? And it does talk about seduction and persuasion, being persuasive, pimping, but being persuasive, period. Again, knowing the argument. Fuck, I've been drinking, I've been smoking, so excuse my language. The rule book for arguments, persuasive power, being able to prove your point. This is pimping, nigga. It's pimping. So, back to the book, man. To denigrate the face society perceives, to feel above one's reputation. What they are saying betrays both a contempt for the judgment of others as for the angel, the inner self, who lives as much in your actions with others as in your opinion of yourself. So, you cannot forsake your reputation. That's what that sentence is summing up. To denigrate, to downgrade. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you read, and especially this shit, feel free to slip in. So just to keep shit moving, slip in whatever word sounds better to you, what works better for your mind, for your pimping in your head. To denigrate, now I know what denigrate means. And if I didn't, again, I would just flip out fucking Google and read what the fuck denigrate means. And you know what I mean? Then figure it out. But downgrade, nigga. We just gonna say downgrade. To downgrade. To devalue. You know what I mean? The face. Society perceives the face. The reputation that you get from everybody else and what they are saying about you betrays. It gives off a contempt, a dislike for both the judgment of others. You telling niggas you don't give a fuck what they think. When you tell somebody that ain't me, that ain't whatever, when they tell you how they feel, what they think, man, the way you just did this, did that, maybe I don't give a fuck what you think. It ain't my, it's what niggas say, how does the phrase go? It ain't, I'm not responsible for the way, I'm responsible for what I say, not the way you take it. Okay. Bitch ass nigga, if that's how you want to feel, if that's how you feel, again, your reputation betrays a contempt for the judgment of others and for your inner self. You might not know how this is making you look. You may not care how it makes you look. But fuck your opinion of yourself, nigga. That's you. We the ones that say who you are. And as far as reputation, nigga, one of the things we're gonna get into kinds of power. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it right now. But reputation, hold on. I'll read it to you. Excuse me. My bad. In today's language, damage to your image, your fucking reputation, damage to your image affects not only you, it affects your followers, partisans, apprentices, what were once your descendants and household. Damage to your image, your reputation affects your protectors, your mentors, your promoters, those backing you, who were once called your guardian ancestors. Nigga, damage to your reputation. You think I want a disciple? I want niggas to, you know what I'm saying? Be like, damn. Well, you know, like this is why masters. This is the concept. I'm sorry. Let me trying to find something to figure it out because I've been drinking. I've been smoking. A master. You don't want a pupil. You don't be the one. You don't want to be the one to have to say, man, he learned everything he learned from me. Niggas want to be proud about that. I taught somebody who went on to do bigger and better things. Do you want to teach the nigga that goes on to rob, shoot, and kill? Well, I don't want to necessarily put it like that. You get what I'm trying to say, man. Most people, you want the good shit to happen out of somebody you mentored. You don't want the bad shit or for it to turn out and be like, man, this nigga turns out to be fucking Darth Vader type shit. God damn, this nigga turns out to be, you know, Hitler. What the fuck? Or whoever niggas is most hated at the time. You don't want that shit to happen. So I'm just saying, even reputation, it not only it affects you. Some people, they just don't give a fuck. And it is what it is. Again, the point of this shit is not to really get into the good or the bad, just to talk about the shit. We going to, just different kinds of power and how this pimping plays out in real life. You know what I'm saying? This is your life. This is your business. This is pimping. You need to go deep and understand the ideas, because this is what everybody is going through. Every single person is going through this shit, trying to figure out how they can finesse their motherfucking lifestyle into the best that they can be. So, all right, man, back to the original chapter, opening the book. Right. The unconscious is exactly what the word says, what is least conscious, because it is most unusual, most familiar. It is most usual, most familiar, most everyday. That is the daily round of business. Because of its world rule, the ideas of business, especially the idea which sustains its power, the idea of power itself, the idea of power must become a focus for any psychology that would try to understand the members of any contemporary society. You have to understand the power structures, nigga. Who's in charge? Who has the authority? Whether it's the chief, the shaman, the president, I don't give a fuck. You got to know the structure, the hierarchy. Who's in power? Who's calling the shots, nigga? That's business. Whether it's in the household, it comes down to the parents. Who's responsible, nigga? This pimping. Period. Economy is our contemporary theology, regardless of how we spend Sunday. You don't give a fuck who you pray to, regardless of what your religion is, nigga. Regardless of what gods and that, regardless of any of that shit, any of that. You still pimping, nigga. You still live where you got to buy, sell, and trade and go to work. You still pimp. Nobody gives a fuck about any of that shit at the end of the day. None of that shit matters. It matters only if it empowers you. Empowered. See that word again? Empowered. What the fuck? We talking about power in all its forms. Whether it be more energy, more electricity, more fire moving through your bones, nigga. So that you have more energy to go out here and accomplish and move mountains. Whether we talking about that kind of power, or we are talking about authority and leadership and prestige, those kind of powers. Fearsomeness, veto, the power to stop anything in the middle of, nigga, veto. I see my kids pouring they juice, I don't mind. Little nigga's only 5 years old. You strong enough to pick up the juice. First of all, you strong enough to open the refrigerator. You're strong enough, smart enough to open the jug of juice. So when you pour you a cup, nigga, don't be greedy. I will veto. If it goes above a certain limit, I don't give a fuck how big that cup is. If you pour it past a certain limit, I will veto that shit immediately. Everything stops. Veto. Stop it. Give me that jug. Give me that cup. And I will pour the shit back into the cup. This is enough juice for your little bitty ass stomach. This is enough juice or whatever the fuck. Orange juice, Kool-Aid. I don't give a fuck what niggas drink. It's enough. This is enough for you. A water bottle you can just have. Take that shit, nigga. Steam on, nigga. Take a water bottle, go do whatever you want to do with that shit. But the juice or whatever else, you only need this amount, this much. It ain't to be negative. I'm just saying, point is, it's even about greed. You don't have to fill the whole cup up. Even on the back end, something may happen and you tip over that cup and now you have even more juice on the ground or the floor that we got to clean up. So no, nothing in excess. Only pour enough for you to drink in the moment or within a few minutes or whatever the fuck. An empty cup is an empty cup. It's not going anywhere. You can always come back and do it again. You just have to put forth more effort. Don't be lazy. fill up your whole cup so you don't have to come back, man, that's lazy. Just come back and get some more. I'm teaching you to not be lazy. Again, as a parent, as an adult, I'm going to do my fucking job. Veto, and I got the power of veto. You see what I'm saying? We do this. This is what we do. Again, the power to veto. At the job, there's some shit I'm just not gonna do. I don't feel safe operating that piece of machinery without the required training. Veto. Eat my dick. I'm not doing it. All right, man. All right. Economy is our contemporary theology. It rules, nigga. It's the new God, regardless of how you spend Sunday. It provides the daily ritual, uniting Christian, Hindu, Mormon, atheist, Buddhist, Sikh, Adventist, animist, evangelist, Muslim, Jew, fundamentalist, and New Ager in the common temple, all in one temple, admitting all alike, from which the money changers have not been thrown out. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 nigga. It rules everything. Barter and trade. Now, what you consider money, whether you want to call it dollars and cents, but barter and trade, nigga, you have to have something to get something. Period. That's all it is, nigga. Since business exercises such dominion over each of us, we must know how its power operates. Wherein lies its power? The answer can only be found in the pervasiveness of its ideas. How does business have so much power? It's the ideas. Only the ideas of business are actually universal. If the ideas of business, okay, through all the shit, unlike, okay, it says our contemporary, I'm sorry. Let me just go back and read it because I shouldn't have skipped this part. Our contemporary civilization is held together neither by ideas of beauty, truth, justice, or fate, nor by military force, nor by common laws, divinities, language, or shared beliefs. Civilization is not held together for real, by none of that shit. Only the ideas of business, aka pimping, are actually universal. If the ideas of business, such as trade, property, product, exchange, value, profit, money. If the ideas of business are the ideas that consciously and unconsciously rule the planet's human life, because other animals, they just kill or be killed, nigga. They're not fucking worried about all this extra shit. Birds gather shit for their nest. They don't give a fuck. They ain't got to pay for the leaves and shit on the ground. They ain't got to pay for the berries and none of that shit. They go eat what the fuck they want to eat, just like the fucking insects or whatever else. They ain't got to pay for a rotten stump of wood. They just wait for that shit and they go eat what the fuck they eat. It is what it is. They ain't paying for that shit. Nigga, them roaches and them rats and mice and shit, they ain't paying to come in your house, bitch. They ain't paying rent. They just live there, nigga. These niggas ain't paying rent. The motherfucking dog you got, it ain't paying rent. Some niggas train them and do this or whatever else and force them to earn their keep. But that dog ain't handing you, ain't going to work collecting a check for 8 hours a goddamn day and handing you no motherfucking check, paying for its food. The dog and the cat that you own ain't doing that shit. But your bitch ass is. But you better than them. You better than the bird outside. How the fuck is that? You gotta pay for every fucking thing you do. Sometimes even the air you breathe. Niggas, they out there crop dusting cities on the daily. You paying for that, nigga. Out there in the wild, animals is breathing fresh fucking air. Your ass ain't in a city. Dumbass nigga. I can't stand certain. I'm just dumbass niggas out here today, man. caught up in all that extra shit. I don't give a fuck. I respect it all. I respect the Moors. I respect all that shit, especially nothing that I ain't went through or dug deep in my goddamn self. I respect it. Me personally, fuck it. Business, nigga, pimping, what rules the... Fuck that shit. If it gives you a better whatever the fuck, then good. If it gives you a one-up in this spot, then good. I had a guy that came through the job place. This nigga's a more... He had the passport, had the, not the passport, but the right to, nigga, I can travel where they can't tell me I can't do. Man, he was up on all them laws and shit. Motherfucker tried to evict me and my mother, and we couldn't better. He was up on all that shit. Brother, you need to get on this. If I get to know about your straw man, and the nigga was on that shit. You work, same place I work. You in this bitch collecting a check like I'm in this bitch collecting a check. That's your path to power. And from what I see, you still struggling like a motherfucker, trying to impress this and that and put your rules and you know the laws and this and that. You study like a motherfucker. Imagine if you'd have just studied engineering in the same, you put forth that same energy, that same fight to study engineering or study whatever the fuck. Go to college and get that same goddamn degree. You just did the same fucking thing you could have did in the name of Western civilization. You did that same shit in the name of the Moors. You a studied ass nigga. You know all these laws and all this and that, and you ain't $1 million ass nigga. You right here working with me, so I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. What's your pimping like? How have you used that shit to elevate your life? I see you. Now that's what's dope to me. How you been able to use it to better your motherfucking life. That's what's hard to me. But I'm not with that subverting and converting and trying to get me to be a more, man, look, if it's dope to me and I feel like it, then that's what I'll do. But any attempt to explain and whatever else is an attempt to control. And an attempt to control is an attempt to take power over niggas. Hence, what I'm doing is just explaining the ideas. We just talking about the ideas. This is why I say, like, share, subscribe, or don't do none of that shit. Keep running hiding. I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm not in control of you, nor am I trying to be. Nor do I give a fuck. I'm just as happy about my 100,000 subscribers as I am about my 1.2 thousand subscribers. Nigga. I talk to people in real life. I rap with people in real life. I know I've talked to over 20, 30, 40,000 people in these last few years. I live in the Ville. Any common city anywhere, I'm in the Ville, nigga. Ville, whore. KY, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm any major city or whatever else, I guarantee you've interacted with throughout elementary, middle, high, especially all these different jobs. Hell, one company I worked at, there was 2,000 people in the spot. And I'm not saying I talk to every 2,000. I'm just saying, man, you know you've interacted, walked past, seen. Nigga, I went to a concert where there was 60, 50, 60,000. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You've done this shit. Or you've at least seen them. But you've been around this energy. So anyways, I'm just saying, nigga, it's pimping. But let's get back to it. The answer, okay, my bad. Only the ideas of business are actually universal. Because everybody don't have the same God, the same language, or the same beliefs. But they do understand trade, property. This is mine, nigga. That's yours, property. Nigga, if I hold this stick in my hand and I carry this stick with me every goddamn day, nigga, this is my stick, bitch. That's my car. These are my shoes. I'm the nigga wearing them. They're on my feet. While they're on my feet, at least while they're on my feet, they're my property, nigga. They belong to me. Who the fuck don't understand that? That's business. Mind your fucking business. Take care of your property. Do for you and I do for me. You know, that's universal as fuck. So again, I'm not trying to denigrate, downgrade, devalue anybody's structural system of belief or religion. None of that. I love them niggas, man. I love any, you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying, who gives a fuck if they Jewish or if they this or if they that? The ideas of power, how they came into power, and how you can structure your own power. Anyways, that's really what we get to talking about. Gives a fuck about the name and whatever else. We talking about the power struggles. If the ideas of business are the ideas that consciously and unconsciously rule the planet's human life, then these are the ideas that conjoin to give business its power. We are each and every one of us in business. Power equal to what is nature. What is power is equal to saying what is nature, beauty, soul, truth, love, or human being. And that will be the occupation of this book. This book's main task is to examine a multitude of major ideas that are carried by the term power. Physics prefers words energy and force. Logic speaks rather of cause and necessity. Psychology speaks of dynamics. This makes the view of general hesitancy to study power not an easy task. Where ideas of power do appear, however, they are in fields of politics and religion. Those two areas are notoriously disruptive to calm conversation because of the fury they can release. Since politics and religion are where we find ideas of power prevalent in discussion and fundamental to that discussion, ideas of power, who God is and what he can and can't control, religion, politics, who governs whom and what they can and can't do, what laws, what you can and can't do, what laws should be made and should be broken, should be made and unmade, adjusted, amended, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Ideas of power are prevalent and fundamental. We talking about power. Since politics and religion are where we find ideas of power prevalent in discussion and fundamental to that discussion, this book will draw on examples from politics and parallels with religion. This is what it is opening this book. In addition, this book will turn to business itself for ideas tangential to its power, such as the ideas of growth and efficiency. So, business, when we do talk about business and how we discuss business, there are other ideas that go along the same lines, though at a different angle. So when you talk of growth and efficiency, business, those sounds like business terms. You see what I'm saying? And since we are in an industrialized society, growth and efficiency have become business terms. So more so than organic, like organisms actually growing. But this is, again, a business book. We're talking about business. When we get into the psychology of power, we have to go into business. So anyways, I'm just saying, but it's one of them things. So off the dribble, we're going to talk about growth. Before we get to talking about kinds of power, we will discuss business. You see what I'm saying? Business has to be discussed first and foremost because it is damn near central to it is central. Again, business supersedes religion and everything else. Religion and all your philosophies, whatever, that shit may facilitate or hinder business. But it's all about business, nigga. Life is all about business. This is pimping. It is all about business. A Venus flytrap. You feel me? How they use the dews and this and that, whatever else, but how they attract the animal, the fly. You know what I'm saying? There are certain trees that release pheromones and shit into the air to attract the ants and shit to it. That's business, nigga. The pollen that gets fertilized by the bees and the plants and the flowers that attract the bees and shit so they can get pollinized. That's business. The fucking dandelions where you blow them and the shit goes through the wind and whatever else. The seeds that fall. You take care of your business, nigga. Growth and efficiency. You got to bring out enough seeds to maybe, possibly get a plant or two out. Motherfuckers drop thousands of seeds sometimes. Business, handle your business. But growth and efficiency, though. When we talk about business, you got to go through business first. We have to go through business first. So, all right, man, this is opening the book. We done did an hour. We ain't even finished the opening the book chapter. Let's try to wrap it up. And then we may go into kinds of business, or we'll just straight up hit the introduction. The changing heroic. So where we can get to it. So let's try to roll a little bit more. All right. This book intends to affect the mind of its readers in three ways. First, it wants to disturb sedimented habits, deep-rooted habits, sedimented, you know what I mean? Again, come up with something that means something kind of close or whatever you might want to put there. Deep-rooted habits of thinking about power, especially easy ideas that make us believe we know what power is and we can have it in our hand. Easy ideas like money is power, knowledge is power, information is power. Eat a dick, nigga. That shit don't mean easy ideas, and we're not saying that it's not, but that's too easy. And that's what we were saying about ideas. A lot of people, you niggas just don't go deep enough with ideas, man. It is what it is. So let's get to it. Easy ideas that make us believe we know what it is and we can have it in our hand. Other easy ideas insist power is force, such as political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. Guns will make us powerful, butter will only make us fat. Power is measurable by the rate of work done. A friend in power is a friend lost. Life is a search after power. All power is of one kind, a sharing of the nature of the world. Another widespread conventional wisdom is that one can learn power at a business school, or from a self-help guide, or by interning with a Top Gun executive. Too easy, too simple. The difficult definitions of power proposed by philosophers: power is the compulsion of composition. Power is the production of intended effects. Power is the difference in probability of an event given by certain actions by A and the probability of an event given no such actions by A. What the fuck? Power is inherent in power, therefore, as opposed to force, is a certain extension in space and time. By virtue and power, I mean the same thing, that is, virtue insofar as it is referred to man is a man's nature or essence. Spinoza. All this so philosophical and extra shit that make it difficult to kind of understand and whatnot. Eat a dick. After these mind-bending clarifications, we long again for the first aid of simple explanations. But as Einstein said, everything should be as simple as it can be, but not much simpler. The seduction of simplicity tempts evermore as issues become more and more complex, so that voices of simplicity offer mental peace without mental effort. Simple ideas feel comfortable. They don't give trouble. We said all of that to say this, nigga. Simple ideas feel comfortable. A simple idea of power, any idea that defines it in simple terms, lulls us to quiescent passivity, and so actually saps power. A simple idea of power will drain your power. If you only think power is this, you only think power is that, if you only have, I told you, this nigga, I just read 20 different kinds of power. If you only know 3, if you only know 10, if you only know 12, you are lacking, nigga. If we don't first disturb the minds, this is back to the book, if we don't first disturb the mind's familiar concepts of power, we can hardly be smart when using it. If, for instance, I define power simply as control, I will never be able to let go of control without the fear of losing power. See what I'm saying? You got to know the different kinds. Power is more than just having control. It ain't just control. You got to know different types of power. Even though you may lose control, you may not be in control of this situation, you may not be the supervisor, the plant manager, you may not be the authority, nigga, or the leader, nigga. That does not mean you do not have power. You may still have the force with you, the power to resist. That don't mean you ain't got power just because you ain't the fucking leader. It don't mean you fucking soft. You may, well, in that area, in certain areas, you may fucking suck. But in other areas, man, you good. Is it my car? Is it my clothes that make these hoes won't fuck for sure? Is it my style and the way I roll that make these haters won't hate some more? Is it my bitch? If it is, which one? My little bitch up in the city or the one in the country? How a nigga do it big, number one in the country. My bad. How a nigga so hot, number one in the country. Is it cause I do it big, big money, big stuntin'? Or is it my niggas, Big Fan Bun B? They don't like seeing me with the UG Kings. Nigga, we just having fun. But what is it? I'm saying, man, when you understand different kinds of power, man, I'm straight. You can have that. Folks be like, man, you a leader, ain't you? How you gonna, man, I'm a leader regardless of whether I work here or I don't, or if I'm in this situation, but I'm still a motherfucking leader, bitch. I lead myself. Every goddamn day I wake up and I go take a piss with my dick, not yours. I'm a leader. Fuck you. Nigga, I control myself. All this Aries energy I motherfucking got. You hear me? Quick with this. Fuck you. I told y'all in my other video. My initial reaction is to smack the shit out of you. Whether that's physically, verbally, or emotionally. I will pitch smack the holy fuck out of you right now. Fuck you mean. Do it. Who the fuck you think? Who the fuck you talking to? Not me. Couldn't be me. No, not me. Thank you, Luda, for that. Who the fuck you talking to? Not me. Couldn't be me. No, not me. You gotta have that in you. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm quick to do that, and then I gotta, think about all this other shit. So, just saying, man, take it from me. Just because you may not have certain forms of power, does not mean you don't have other kinds of power, and them other kinds of power may supersede, circumvent, or even, depending on your level, be better for you. Cultivate what power you do have, and then work on the other shit. Some shit comes with it. When you get the office, sometimes getting the office, that's kind of power, right? Office. You get the office, that means you get the job. The job comes with authority. The job comes with prestige. Just the fact that you got the job means you are somebody. You got a certain reputation. You know what I'm saying? That's prestige. You might not be the kind of supervisor that'll write a nigga up for every little infraction that you see. You may not be the type of leader that'll, that rules with an iron fist. But you are a leader. You have the potential to be one. Nobody knows. But so that's where your reputation may supersede you. So anyways, I'm just saying, man. Power, back to the book. Let's try to get through this chapter. Power pops up all over the place. The general idea of power calls for differentiation. And that is the second intention of this book, to differentiate the bundles of ideas that compose the word power and constitute its baggage. For example, if you should say you want more power, are you asking for more vital energy or for more opportunity to dominate messy situations? Are you asking for more recognition or for more tough endurance to bear your burdens? Do you want a more prestigious office and title? Or do you want to have a more authoritative input on decisions? Do you want to lead or to command? Or do you want to be loved for your support or respected for your fearsomeness? All these ideas enter into the idea differentiation of power. All these ideas come into the mind when we talk about power. In philosophy, the differentiation of a phenomenon by letting it display itself without prejudice is called the phenomenological method. So this book sets forth a phenomenology of the ideas of power. Phenomenology. What the fuck? See, fuck all these big words, man. I drank too much. This shit's crazy. Matter of fact, I need something to drink right now. Let me put the camera back where it is supposed to be, man. I'm over having too fun. I ain't even in the book bouncing around and shit. I ain't even paying to the camera. Paying attention to the camera. Let's get back to the fish, man. Damn, man. I'm over here tweaking. Feeling motherfucking great. Let's get back to the fish. Megatron. Have at it, my nigga. Alright, so yeah, man. Yeah, man. My bad about that. I don't even know how long it was fucked up. I don't care. I'm reading from the book. Love you niggas, though. Alright. Let's get back to this. We try to wrap this shit up. We take how long as we need to take, nigga. This pimping. But all these different ideas, enter into a differentiation of power. All that different shit comes to mind. The different styles and varieties leads to a general extension of personal power. To extend the idea of power into the regions of feeling, intellect, and spirit that reach beyond the exercise of power by the human will. So, empowerment comes from widening your understanding of the kinds of power going on around you and from uncovering a wider spectrum of possibilities for embracing power. Expanding ideas comes first. Wider practices come next. Follows. For instance, once the idea of food differentiates, then my practice of eating extends not only to fruit, eggs, and cheese, but into my capacity for eating in different restaurants, traveling to different places, sharpening my senses for food in general. So, when you finish this book, your idea of power should be disturbed, differentiated, and extended. Now that you have a better idea, have a grander idea of all the different kinds of power and how they come to mind, nigga, to become conscious of anything, we have to first get the words right, because words are loaded with implications. You and I may sit across from each other using the very same word like power, and yet we each may be tapping into radically different ideas buried in the word. Like I said, that's how you know shit's pimping. I told y'all that, and this is in the book. Now I just read that to you. You feel me? You got to come to a common understanding, a common language. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no sense in getting mad and whatever. Okay, we'll use your definition of love. Okay, love according to what you call it, as you call it, what you say it is, nigga. We'll just go with that. So, I'm just saying. Language can express, this is back to the book we're reading, fair use, all that shit. Language can express every shade of emotion, and that is precisely its beauty and its power. So as I said before, fuck them niggas and bitch ass niggas that be out about some type of way and make it make sense. What the fuck is wrong with you? We got too many, all them big ass words like promulgated, intrinsic, differentiation. I just fucking use the English language has too many fucking words. You can say precisely, exactly what the fuck you want to say and how the fuck you want to say it if you put forth enough effort to actually do so. It's that fucking simple. If you put forth enough effort to actually do so. But it's just fucking nuts. That shit just gets nuts to me. So, alright, man. Alright. Language can do all of that, man. Deprived of the sense of words, our emotional expressions become primitive, physical, and senseless. That's why I said a grown-ass man don't mean nothing to me. You can't explain yourself. You can't talk without yelling and screaming. That's called capriciousness. Another one of them big-ass words, a.k.a. childishness. Kids throw temper tantrums. Bitch-ass nigga. When a motherfucker says a temper tantrum, you don't think of an adult. You think of a fucking kid. So if you're going to bloop, if you're going to flip out, you get ready to tear this motherfucker up, you get ready, whatever the fuck you getting ready to do, especially in a professional setting where we're all supposed to be grown-ass men and women, fuck you. You a big-ass kid. You a grown-ass boy. A grown-ass girl. Not a man or a woman, not a mature adult. Put that childish shit away. Stop that temper tantrum shit. We can fight, nigga. We can go outside. And man, calm down. I don't need to be mad to smack the shit at you right now, and I will laugh when I do it. But I could just smack you right now. What you gonna do about it? You'll still be the aggressor. I just smacked the shit at you. Why? Because I felt threatened. That's how I react to threats. I smacked the shit out of niggas. Look the nigga straight in his face. Hey, bruh, we better continue to have an adult conversation here, because I don't give a fuck about going outside. I promise you I'm not going to be the one to stop you, and you better hope somebody cares enough about you to pull me off of you, because if I get the upper hand, I'm going to beat you till you not breathing anymore. I heard a co-worker of mine holler, nigga, we can go outside and try to kill each other if that's what you want to do, but I'm not going outside and fighting. I'm too old for that shit. Nigga, that's what OZ is on. Bro, I'm going to beat you unconsciously. I'm trying to hospitalize your motherfucking ass. I ain't trying to kill you, but I am trying to put you in the hospital. That's exactly what the fuck's getting ready to happen here. And I don't give a fuck about this job. I got a solid work history, nigga. I've been working all my life. I'm good. And I've been in these streets hustling. So one way or another, I'm going to get money. I don't give a fuck about this job. And, nigga, this is private property. All they going to do after I beat your ass is take us outside. And then you got to go downtown and press charges. You got to, once you in the hospital or whatever else, tell them who fucked you up, who hit you up. You got to go downtown and start snitching, bitch. So we going to see who the real nigga is and who ain't. You got to figure out how to pay them hospital bills after I beat your ass, nigga. So do you really want to fight? Grow the fuck up. Did you really think about what the fuck you did when you just threatened me, bitch ass nigga? You just put everything and everybody you know on the line. Somebody got to take care of your ass, nigga, when you eating through a straw, bitch ass nigga. If I break your fucking fingers, somebody's got to feed you, nigga. Because you ain't going to be able to lift your own motherfucking arm to put it to your mouth, dumbass nigga. Is you ready for that? Shit. That's why motherfuckers would rather shoot rather than play with them knives like they used to, because you get sliced in the right spot, the right area, it's a shit bag the rest of your life. Sliced, wide open. A good slice, ain't no repairing that, nigga. Ain't enough stitches for that, nigga. And I keep a blade on me. Is this what the fuck you want to do? Is that what it is? Because if I start losing, I'm going to pull this knife out and gut you, nigga. I promise you that. But this the job. We talking about work. It should never have to come to that. You don't want to put your life on the line just because you mad about a nigga not moving and not picking up a box or not whatever and have it or whatever, nigga. So let's be adults. Let's have an adult conversation, because we don't want to go down that road. Because I'm going to go down that road like an adult. And seriously, it ain't premeditated. All I needed was an instant. You feel me? All that just rolled out. I didn't think about nothing. Just what it is, nigga. It wasn't premeditated. I don't know how I'm going to dislocate your shit. I didn't say that. I just said that something like that will be done. It might not be your fingers. I might just fucking break your forearm or some shit, nigga. I'm telling you, bro. One way or another, you're going to the hospital with some truly fucked up injuries, nigga. I'm not thinking about punching and swinging on you. I'm thinking about breaking you. These are two different things. Find somebody else to fuck with. Anyways, back to the book, man. OZ the Wizard. Nigga, thanks for sticking around this long. Fuck it, man. We an hour and a half in. Nigga, we an hour and a half in. We almost done. I think I got like maybe. We almost done. Let's just we gonna get it in, right? Before all else, we have a job to do with the very idea of power. Before we do anything else, we have a job to do with the very idea of power. That is, the feelings of failure, impotence, entrapment which assail an individual person may well be the reflections in the individual agonies in the collective soul. The core of our personal malaise, our personal problems, has a spiritual dimension, not only a psychological one. So psychological attempts at recovery are only halfway measures. Dysfunctional ideas require a therapy too, and not only for the bearers of victims of these ideas. The people, not just the victims. Dysfunctional ideas. You cannot leave out the head or its left brain and expect critical discernment and media distortions and intelligent improvement in our national debates, right? Therapy must shake and move the ideas and myths that govern my mind. Otherwise, a well-adapted emotional body with raised self-esteem in its field of positive human relations may well be able to communicate better, jog longer, and hold on to a job, yet all the while privately pine for empowerment because I am still unaware of the full complexities of power and therefore unable to express what is truly desired. Okay, that was an awful lot, and it may seem like it came out of nowhere, but basically what it's saying is you can't have the right brain without the left side of the brain. You can't have the left side of the brain without the right side of the brain. So you can truly be a touchy-feely person, but you have to have intelligence and rationale. You have to have the left side of the brain. And you could be totally rational and smart as fuck, boy, but you have to be able to be in tune with the intuitive. Intuitive. The emotional side. You have feelings. You have to be in touch with your own feelings as well. What you truly want and why you want it. You got to have feelings, man. So anyways, when the wider world breaks down and is sick at heart, the individual suffers accordingly. Since he or she is not the underlying cause of their suffering, neither can they be its cure. None of you niggas have the power to affect business like that, because every nigga is in business. So you can't, the anxieties and this and that, you have to understand this pimping and get used to this pimping. You can't really affect the pimping. And if it's a problem is business and how it's being raised, you know what I'm saying, then the symptoms such as me and you and how everybody else is trying to pimp and manipulate other motherfuckers, you can't necessarily attack. Basically, the problem is business in and of itself. It's not the individual. It's the concept. It's the ideas that rule the individual. You can't be mad at a motherfucker who was brainwashed. They were brainwashed. They didn't know any better. Get mad at the system of brainwashing. You feel me? How they say don't hate the player, hate the game. Or don't even join the game. So anyways, dysfunctional ideas in the world of the present, rather than the wounds of the inner child of the past, claim our psychological care today. Dysfunctional ideas. How they talk about racism and whatever else. You see what I'm saying? Dysfunctional ideas. It's the ideas that are fucked up. To recover personal power, we must first look at its source in the collective notions of power. Perhaps ideas are the single most precious miracle in human existence because you niggas can think. That's what makes the difference between humans, the depth and the amount of thought. That's what makes the difference between humans and all these other motherfucking animals. Because you niggas can think. Because humans can think. Right? So, back to the book. My bad. I ain't gonna get into that because you know what I mean? Again, that's what I'm saying about ideas, bro. I can go all over the place. This is how ideas do you. The struggle now and always is with the autonomy of ideas, their ability to invade the human mind, seize it, and shape its formation into ideologies. See, this is why opening the book is hard. Like I said, know what the fuck you get into, what the fuck we getting into before we even start getting into it. So you niggas ain't got to look stupid or be looking dumb like, why is we talking about this shit? Why are we going off on ideas when we supposed to be talking about business and this pimping? Because it's the ideas, and if you can't understand the ideas, if you can't get your mind right, it's like, nigga, we need this chapter right here. We got to put you on a motherfucking accelerated course. Before, I cannot take you to 11th grade math if you didn't pass 8th grade math, nigga. I cannot bring you up here to 10th grade English, nigga, and you still on 8th grade English, nigga. You have to go through middle school before you get to high school, period. But we gonna try to wake niggas up quickly. So, the struggle now and always is with the autonomy of ideas, all these different ideas and the ability of ideas to invade the human mind, seize it, and shape its formation into ideologies. Because niggas will stand on their ideas. For example, the idea of power as force has captured the American imagination in personal relations, in corporate management, and in foreign affairs. This simple equation, power equals force, has immeasurable consequences all throughout our culture, from the exorbitant cost of the military budget to maintain the United States as a world power, to wife beatings and rape to affirm masculine power, to packing a weapon to assert the power of personal liberty. When, however, power is more defined as influence, as in ruling groups in Italy and Japan, or defined by appointment to and holding on to office, as in the old Habsburg Empire of Austria, then the role of force in society is mitigated by other styles of power. So in America, power equals force. In other styles of society, power is equal to other things, such as influence. It ain't just force. You the biggest, baddest, strongest, hardest, toughest motherfucker. Fuck you. Nobody likes you. So nobody likes you, so you don't get to rule this country over here. It's different. But I'm just saying, man, the role of force in society is mitigated by other styles of power. So just because you're the biggest, other styles of power come into play in different societies. And you got to know how to play these other, how to use these other styles of power. Again, like veto and resistance. You got to know this shit. Here might not be a good fit for you. Figure out where the fuck your power. Anyways. Again, when power takes its definition from relations with ancestors, spirits, or powers beyond the human, then elaborate initiations and taboos alter the very meaning of force and control, indiscriminate violence. Before our society can practically limit armament spending, military spending, protect citizens in the homes and streets, or pass effective gun laws, we must first become clear about our notions of power, right? Relationships may comfort, support groups may nourish, and success enhance, but ideas empower the spirit and open its eyes to envisioning possibilities. Ideas. Give a fuck about your relationship. Give a fuck about your support group. It's the ideas that the support group pushes. It's the ideas that the relationship inspires. It's ideas that empower the spirit. Okay, back to the book. I do not want to believe that we are essentially a people obsessed with security, safety, insurance, nor that we are a people enslaved to consumerism, enchanted by the media, entertainment, and celebrities, or that we are a narcissistic society in love with its own childhood, to be young again, to the utter denial, unable to imagine a meaningful future. Again, that's why I say a narcissistic society in love with its own childhood. Grown-ass boys and girls who don't want to grow up, who always want the easy shit in life, who don't want to have to admit that this is pimping, that you have a master that controls you, and it's called your motherfucking body. Period. They don't want to admit that, yeah, it's your person. It's your parents. To be able, the first people, your parents, the first person was your mama or your daddy to brain fuck you, mind fuck you. That was your mama that told you that did you like that. That was your daddy that put you in them situations. That was your mama that put you in them situations, that told you that shit was cool. The rest of that shit you did on your own. But a lot of people, they don't want to do that. They just don't want to do that. So anyways, these are the symptoms of the soul in search of clarity. Clarity is the essential. The soul is desperately seeking the power of mind. The power of mind to be applied to the powerlessness it experiences. This is when the ego serves you, nigga. Though we want ideas, we haven't learned entirely how to handle them. And as these seed ideas are put into practice and concretized, they no longer generate further ideas. Once you got your mind made up that this is this and that is that and that's all it is, nigga, then you no longer thinking nothing else. There's no reason to go deeper, no further than that. Power is force. That's it. You're done. You're good here. You don't know about authority. You don't know about reputation. You don't know about prestige. You don't know about office. You don't know about veto. You don't know about purism. You don't know about subtle. You feel me? You don't know none of this shit, nor is you trying to, nor is you giving a fuck. You don't know about the power of concentration. You don't know about the power of persuasion. You don't know about rising power. You don't give a damn. Once you stop, once you just concretize the shit, you're done. That's what that means. As these seed ideas are put into practice and concretized, as you become more and more stuck into who you are, you're done. So, fixed upon the how and the who, we avoid playing with the what, turning it over in our mind, an idea as an entertainment, ideation as a sport that gives as much fun and mental exercise as do many other kinds of play. Unfortunately, we are not a nation that talks ideas into the night, late into the night, because we are tired from having struggled to have put them into practice. See, a lot of niggas don't want to talk just for the sake of talking or work through ideas because you're so tired of actually doing shit. Or your job, your 9 to 5, they put us through so much bullshit on the daily, you feel me, that you don't even really have time to actually think about it or get into it, man. I don't give a fuck if it's good or bad. I'm hungry as shit. My stomach is growling. I need to get some sleep. I'm going to eat motherfucking pork chops and rice if that's all that's motherfucking available in front of me, nigga. I'm eating pork chops. Fuck you and your ham, how bad pork is and this or that and whatever, and the chemical warfare of whatever and whatnot. Nigga, I could die tomorrow, and who gives a fuck? I could die today. Who gives a fuck? Period. The most healthy, I'm not going to say it like that, but I'm just saying, man, I've known healthy motherfuckers still get cancer because it's genetics. It's in the DNA. It was heretical, whatever, man. Whatever, man, I'm just saying. Live your fucking life, grow old, and die, nigga. They do too much. Extra shit. Go too far. A lot of this shit, man. But just again, the how and the who. We avoid playing with the what. We avoid actually dealing with the ideas that make up why the fuck we think these ideas. So that's why when somebody challenges your ideas or be like, what you mean or how you whatever, you can't explain yourself because you never really thought about it. You didn't think deep enough. You didn't think enough about it. You thought about it. You didn't think deep about it. You just thought about it. Again, shallow fucking, you're going to find out. When we get into kinds of power, I believe it was one of these kinds of power. I can't remember which one it is, but in one of these kinds of power, it may have been persuasion. But it talks about how it's shallow. Let me see if I can skip here to persuasion. Sheer rhetoric, sheer talk just to be talking, has the flowers, sheer rhetoric has the flowers, but strikes no roots in deeper oil. It is only the prettying of shallow thought, principally by the use of cliches, jargons, whether it's Hallmark sympathy, New Age global wistfulness, I'm woke, or business boosterism. It neither surprises, challenges, nor seduces. Listening to empty rhetoric for people just talking for the sake of talking, we have the feeling we've heard it all before and many times. That's bullshit, but that's persuasion. That's one of the ends of persuasion, right? So, but, I'm just saying that tends to be what the problem is. So, all right, we'll keep it moving. We're almost done. My idea about ideas is that they first need to be entertained. I like the way this nigga wrote that, man. My idea about ideas is that they first need to be entertained. My tactic is more to explode than to explain. More to keep the ideas brief, quick, heated, and scattered in whatever way I can. In polemical excess, far-fetched fantasy, or passionate assault on conventions we hold dear. Take what follows in this book as detection, brainstorming, improvisation, freestyle drawing of things unseen. Please, we are not in a classroom and I am not your instructor. Let's talk ideas. Nigga, we have to talk about ideas. That's what I love, man. That's why this book is fucking priceless. That's what makes this shit invaluable. You have to talk about ideas. You can think ideas, imagine them, and remember them, and perhaps manipulate them, but you cannot touch or feel ideas. You cannot touch or feel ideas. The second classic sense of an idea is a way of seeing, a perspective. That means ideas open your eyes. Fresh ideas are a new way of seeing. Phrases like, do you see what I mean? See what I'm saying? Look at it this way. Combine both senses of idea. Idea as a thing, an entity, and idea as a perspective. So, turning over ideas, looking at them carefully, becomes paramount for every endeavor of every kind. Because we take our usual ideas for granted, ideas have us in their grip without our even realizing it. Ideas. This is why the investigation of them is freeing and the encouragement of ideas is enriching. We attempt to disguise the anonymous power of ideas by attaching human names to technical inventions, physical discoveries, medical procedures, and mathematical laws. thereby attributing ideas to the person who supposedly thought them up. So, yeah, like this is the like Einstein's theory of relativity. Why the fuck is it Einstein's theory? Because he was the first one to think that thought, but the thought don't necessarily belong to anybody. The idea doesn't belong to anybody. But we attempt to disguise the power, just the flat out power of ideas by giving names to the shit. That's what it's trying to say. When it was just an idea, period. The idea itself. So basically, implication, ideas need liberation. Ideas need to be born again, or else they become not merely defunct but delusional. One such delusional idea showing more and more of its rigor mortis, yet still adhered by practical men, is that of the bottom line. Holistic accounting as well as everyday evidence shows that cleanup costs, depletion of resources, litigation, property protection, all societal side effects of private sector profit become the burden of the public sector. What the corporation does not compute into its cost will be paid for by the public or added to its debt. Someone must pick up the tab. Taxes are some of the tribute exacted from the slaves devoted to the defunct economic idea, the bottom line. The vitality of a culture depends less on its hopes and its history than on its capacity to entertain the divine and demonic force of ideas. That's where we finished the opening of the book. That was a hell of an opening, wasn't it? Nowhere in hell should it have been that long. But, it's Ozzy the Wizard. We got to talk about it. It was several pages, like 20-some pages. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. It was over 20 pages, the first chapter. But it shouldn't have been that goddamn long. But we didn't last it. I appreciate all those who stay this long. Thank you for rocking and rolling with me. Soon as we can, we're going to get the next video out and actually talk about these kinds of power. Like I said, I'm going to read them out to you one more time, 'cause I know it's been a while and we at the end of the video. I'm going to read them out to you one more time, the table of contents. Kinds of power, starting from the back. Subtle power, purism power, veto power, power of tyranny, power of fearsomeness, decisive decision-making power, rising power, charisma as power, persuasive power, authority, the power of authority, the power of concentration, the power of leadership, the power of resistance, the power of influence, reputation is a power, ambition is power, exhibitionism is a power, prestige power, office is power, control is power. 20 different types of power right there for you, man. That's just what it is to it, man. We have to be willing to entertain ideas, to go deep down into the idea of whatever idea that we given it, that we give into life. The idea of life, period. Some people are so wrapped up in their jobs and their 9 to 5 and whatnot that sometimes you don't just stop and realize how dope it is to actually be alive and not a bear or a fox or a cat or a wolf or whatever, not one of them animals, any other animal, not an insect. To actually be a human. This shit is wild. How did we actually get, how did this shit really begin? How do you, it's wild. That's all I'm saying, man. But a lot of people, they don't even have the luxury to get into human existence, to the creation myths of how we came to be, how all of this even got here. Some people are so blinded by, again, consumerism and materialism. They don't have the time. They don't give a fuck to try to see what's going on. Just in general, the whole get deep, why we doing what we doing and how we doing what we doing. Man, God made us chosen people. Everybody was from the dirt. The original Adam and Eve and the humans, they was from the dirt. And I'm like, well, no, Adam and Lilith were. Eve was not from the dirt. Eve was from that nigga's bone.
It might be why niggas like white girls. I'm sorry, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But that was a bone, which is a pale peach kind of thing. You know what I mean? But that's a bone. She's made from a bone, not from the dirt and dust and whatever. That was Adam and Lilith. Two different people. Is Lilith and Eve? They two different people. So you got to know the study of Lilith. Get up on the book of Lilith. Hell, the Jewish folk, they know about Lilith and shit. Anyways, man, I'm out. We got through that opening of the book. We done rocked out for like 2 hours. Man, I appreciate it. See, this is also why, you know what I'm saying, I got to make time for this shit. Because you never know how long this shit's going to do, what it's going to do, or how long I'm going to be doing this shit. So I appreciate y'all, man. For with your boy, OZ. Holla at me.